Okay, well, you have joined me at Wentworth, and I'm joined by European Tour player Max Schmitt. Max, how are you?
Great.
Great to have you here. So we've got Max for some time today. We're going to pick your brain. We're going to help the viewers out there with their short games. We're going to do some stuff, some course management stuff. And we're just going to really see how you play the game and how you kind of plot your way around the golf course. So this kind of first video, we're going to kind of use a couple of the holes on the back nine here of the West course, and we're going to put you in some different situations and kind of run through how you play them and kind of get some ideas on there. So just before we get started, first year on the European Tour?
It is, yeah.
Excellent. And how are you looking forward to it? You've obviously played a few events already. How's the start been?
Start was alright, finished tight 7th in Mauritius and like a couple of events now. Started a bit with putting, but it's getting better and better. So.
Good. And which event are you most looking forward to playing this year?
British Masters obviously next week.
Yeah, next week.
And probably BMW in Germany.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, of course, home one. I mean, sure that the schedule will change if you do well. You'll get into certain events,
exactly,
won't you? That kind of thing. And how is the European Tour? I know you're very new to it. How is it different to what you've played before? I mean, obviously you've travelled before, but obviously the event's a bigger scale and there's more crowds. Is it a different experience?
It is. Like all the players, they're very efficient in their own way. So that's the biggest change I've noticed so far. So.
Yeah. And have you adapted anything from last year? Anything in terms of caddy or people around you to deal with the European Tour this year?
So yeah, my caddy, I've had him for final stage, and then like he's still on my bag now. So. That's probably stayed the same now.
And it works well, that relationship?
Yeah, it works really well.
Good shot to you, bad shot to his fault?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, great to find out a little bit about you, Max, but we're going to go around this green, as I say, find some situations and then see how Max uses his wedges to get the ball close. We've got Max here at Wentworth, and we're going to kind of go and find some different locations around this 16th green on the West course. And we're just going to put Max in some different situations and kind of just pick his brain a little bit about what kind of club he's using, why he's using that club, how he sees the shot, whether he changes his technique at all. And then also we're going to get you to hit a couple of shots.
All right.
So let's have a look at this first shot. So what do you reckon that is? Probably 35, 40 yards?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Slight downslope.
So,
a little bit of a bunker in the way. So how are you seeing this? What club have you got to begin with?
I've got my 58 degrees here, so 10 degrees of bounce. I'm just trying to hit like a higher flop shot.
And that's because the bunker's in the way?
Exactly. And not a lot of green to work with.
Exactly,
so just trying to spin it a little bit more.
And do you feel you can spin the ball from that lie?
Yeah, because it's pretty good and it's down grain. So
wedges look fairly new as well.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So you're seeing this fairly high flight. And so do you do anything particular in your setup? Are you going to open the face at all, or are you just going to play
I really like to open the face a lot. So and like 70% on the left foot, and then just trying to slide the club on the ball.
All right. So let's have a go then. See if we can hit this one. So tough shot. I've given you a tough shot to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great shot. That's going to go in.
First try, huh?
That was perfect. I'm not going to execute it again. I'm going to pick those goals up. That was perfect. So I mean, that was exactly as you said. He had the face quite a bit open. Flight was lovely. Landed his where he wanted to. That was great. So I mean, would you consider this part of your game as a real strength? Are you fairly comfortable some 50 yards in?
Yeah.
Okay. And just before we move on to some different locations, we were talking about your setups. What do you carry in your bag? Wedge-wise?
So normally I carry like my 58 degrees, a little bit lower bounce, and then 54, and then 50, 48, which is bent to 46, so I get a little bit more distance out of it.
Sure. And when you're around the green, do you tend to use all of those, or do you tend to find yourself using some more than others?
Like for some longer chip shots, I use the 46 degrees then. And like especially for lob shots, I only use the 58, and sometimes for some chip shots the 54.
Okay, so you tend to vary them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Right, let's see if we can find you a more difficult spot now, because that was obviously far too easy. Right, let's go and find a lie from the rough.
All right.
Okay, so shot number 2. Now this is the same hole. This is 16. So this just kind of shows that with one green you can miss in different places and be faced with very different shots. So distance-wise, it's not that dissimilar. but a very different type of shot, isn't it? So we've put you in a fairly thick lie.
Yeah.
I reckon you've probably got 15 yards of this kind of rough on the bank, and then you're onto the green. You've got plenty of green to work with. So how are you kind of seeing this one?
So I'm basically just trying to land it on the green and let it run towards the hole.
Yeah.
So
you've got plenty of room to work with there,
exactly,
haven't you? So,
exactly.
Okay, so same club choice?
Yeah, it's the same club.
58. So do you change anything different in your technique here? Or?
I'm not opening the club too much.
Okay, because you don't need that elevation yet.
Yeah, so I'll lead a little bit more overall. So.
Okay, perfect. Let's see it. We're all expecting this to go in now, you know. It's got a chance, you know.
Not too bad.
Got a chance.
It's all right.
Perfect. That's right, because it's obviously a very different ball flight. That didn't stop anywhere near as quick as that first one. The lie obviously changed that, doesn't it? The fact that it was a rougher lie meant you weren't going to get as much stop, but obviously changing the flight did as well. So if that was let's say a better lie in the rough, so it's still in the rough but a better lie, would you change how you play it, or are you just going to play it the same way?
Yeah, I'm like setting my club pretty neutral, so like less spin and then just feed it to the hole.
Okay, perfect. Because that's the same shot, but obviously the lie is a little different there, isn't it?
It's not the one I was expecting.
Okay, not bad. Came out a little differently, didn't it, with a slightly different lie, but that's not too bad.
Come on, pretty hot.
So in terms of how you see these shots, would you feel more comfortable playing this shot from here or the first one? Which do you feel more comfortable playing?
The first one,
the first
actually.
one. Okay, so even though for most golfers who are watching this, they're seeing that bunker and they're going to be over that ball pretty nervous, but that's the one you feel comfortable with, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Right, so I think we're going to try and find a different shot around the screen and see how you go on with that one.
All right.
Third shot for you, Max. Bunker shot. A bit of a lip. Again, for most of the people watching this, they're looking at that lip and they're thinking, I can't get this ball out, but I'm sure for you that's not really an issue. 20 yards maybe. And I would say that bunker, we're fairly early in the morning, it looks fairly wet, doesn't it? Now, would that change anything that you do? The fact that the bunker's a little bit damp, or not really?
I'm really trying to hit it harder.
Yeah.
So
a bit of moisture in there, isn't it?
Exactly,
a bit heavier in the sand. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So what do you tend to use at the bunkers?
58 all the time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and I think I would encourage people to use more loft because it just helps them. And they can also be a little bit more aggressive then if there's more loft. They feel like they can attack it a bit more. So again, how are you seeing this one? Do you feel like you can stop this very quick, or are you going to allow this to roll out a little bit?
I'm just trying to land it past that lip and let it feed towards the hole because I mean the greens are pretty quick already. So
yeah, I mean they've got this sub-air system at Wentworth. They're very firm, aren't they? So even though it's relatively early in the year, they're not soft, are they? So they're going to roll out a little bit. So much break on that? Doesn't look like it.
A bit left to right, but not that much. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 58. So how do you play? Do you open the face?
I open the face a lot, and then just trying to clip it really.
Perfect. Lots of speed.
Yeah,
and that's what I think. I don't know how many times you played with amateur golfers. They don't tend to accelerate as much as they could.
Not at all.
So really getting that speed is really helpful. So, okay, let's have a go. See if we can get it up there. That's a great shot. Yeah, really good.
Thanks.
Now I think watching this, I think the people watching this are going to be so surprised at how much open you had that face. Because when I see people open the face, they open it by like a couple of degrees, and it doesn't change it that much, does it? I mean, you've got that really like lay on its back, haven't you?
Flat on the ground.
I mean, if you take your setup to that golf ball again for me, I mean, that golf club is literally pointing straight up in the air, isn't it?
It is,
You've got so much loft on that, but then you can be so aggressive knowing that it's not going to go
exactly,
far.
and it's spinning a lot.
It's spinning a lot, exactly. So you can be more aggressive. You can land the ball a bit further and get that check. So I'm going to make you hit one more. That was pretty good. I'm going to make you hit one more. Just want to get a real good look at that club face and how open it is at the setup. Yeah, great shot. Really good. And I'd give you those 2 putts as well.
All right, cheers.
Perfect. Right, let's move on to the next shot that we're going to get Max to try. Right, Max, I reckon this one is probably the hardest one so far.
It is.
Would you agree?
It is.
So, 3 things really. We're on a downslope to begin with, no green to work with, and obviously this bunk and then a grass bank. So, it wouldn't be a bad shot, and you can leave it in the rough, or you can knock it over the back of the green. So, club choice first of all?
It's my 58 degrees, sorry.
Yep.
Less bounce.
Okay.
Because I really need to clip the ball.
Yeah. Okay. So less bounce would be kind of it sits tighter to the ground, wouldn't it? So that helps you in this situation. Okay. So how would you deal with that kind of slope that's sloping down?
So I'm just trying to put all my weight on my left foot. The right foot is just there to stabilize, and then open the club face a lot and a lot of speed through the impact.
Good. Okay. So I think the key, certainly when I'm coaching, is for golfers to really get that weight on that left side, and I call it kind of match the slope, where you get your body leaning down the slope and almost feeling like you're kind of almost walking after the shot a little bit. So, okay, let's see one. And would you change your expectations here? I mean, you know, for example, that first shot we hit, you'll probably try and knock that really close. Would you maybe be a little bit happy with, let's say, 10 feet or?
Yeah, inside 10 feet would be really
very good shot, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see you hit that one. I'll get my shadow out of your way, it might help. That's very, very good.
It's really good, yeah.
Perfect. That was really good, wasn't it? I mean, you couldn't play that any better, really, could you? I mean,
really.
There wasn't loads of height, even though you had the face open, but that's because the slope's taking the height off, isn't it? So anytime we're on a down slope, that tends to take height off the shot. So by opening the face, you're adding the height back in, and that was really good. So okay, let's just give you one more go at that. I'm not sure you can. Well, you might better get closer than that. I'm sure you can.
I'll try.
I've got confidence in you. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. So how much time do you spend practicing your short game?
Like in a week, I would say at least 1 hour a day.
Okay.
So.
And what would you generally do? I mean, I'm sure you change each time, but do you maybe throw golf balls around the green and hit different shots, or do you tend to stay in one place and vary with the club, or do you just mix it up each time?
I'll just go all around over the green. So I'm really trying to give me like the worst lie I can really get. So just to practicing as hard as it gets.
Good. Okay. I mean, certainly when I turn up to work at the academy, very often I'll see people on the chipping green and they've got a bucket of balls and they're just hitting from one spot to one flag, and generally you'd see the better players like yourself going around the green and hitting different types of shots and learning how to deal with lies and maybe changing the club, and that's really the kind of learning process that I think we need to get people to do.
It is, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, let's find one last situation and see how you deal with that one. Right, Max, this is the final shot. We've moved on to the par 5 17th here at Wentworth, and I'm sorry, I found you a really tricky situation. It's a pretty thick lie, so I'm guessing that means that you're not going to be able to put much spin on it. We've not got a lot of green to work with, and it all runs away down to that flag. Yeah. It's a tough one. So again, first of all, club choice here?
It's the lower bounced 58 degrees.
Okay, so that's the most lofty carries at the 58.
Yeah,
that's the lowest bounce.
It is.
Lie we've given you there is not too bad.
It's all right.
So how are you kind of seeing the shot?
So I'm just trying to hit like a higher one, just letting it on the green and let it feed towards the hole.
Sure. And are you someone who, you know, specifically picks where you want that ball to land, or?
No, I'm more seeing the ball flight of it.
Sure. So you kind of visualise the trajectory of that shot. Yeah. And that's something I try and get the people I coach to do, because lots of times people hit the shot and they never really visualise what they're trying to do. I've not seen the shot, whereas I would imagine people at your level, they very much see that shot, and then that kind of will then lead you as to where that ball lands. Is there a bit of break on this, do you think, when it hits?
It's a little bit left to right, especially when you leave it a little bit short. It breaks a lot. And so
and it looks like it runs away really off the back there. So okay, let's see if we go. I'm going to give you that one, which is a fairly good lie, and I'm going to unfortunately give you a poor lie as well. So we'll let you have the easy one first. Okay, that's not too bad. So we'll give you a slightly more ball that's sitting down. Now, would you change anything there, or same shot?
No, same shot, just a little bit more speed.
Okay. Yeah. Is that because you feel there's going to be more grass between the club and the ball?
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's well played.
That's the one.
Superb. And I noticed that all the shots that we've played today, you've taken your glove off. Is that something you always do for the short game?
Like around the greens, I'm always taking it off because I want to feel the club.
Yeah, sure.
So
70, 80 yards, would that be glove on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more just around the greens where you're hitting those shots.
Exactly.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, Max, really appreciate your time today. Thanks for letting me spend some time with you and letting me pick your brain about the short game. Certainly it's nice to have some shots on these videos executed as they should be, rather than me trying to do my best and get the ball close. So great, really great shots.
Thank you.
That first one was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Okay. So great to have you. Good luck this year. Hope it's a great season for you. I'll be looking out for you. And again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love you to be a subscriber. The link is down in the description box below. There's also a clickable link over here. Make sure you keep your eye on Max this year. I'm sure we're going to see some good things for you in the future. Thanks again. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.